Joshua, Ralph and I were at university together in Leeds. These guys met over a bonding of Bob Dylan. I joined them at the time on trombone. 3 years ago we moved to London. Line-up changed around a little bit, sound changed a little bit. Got these guys in and Killer King was born.
So our latest release was My Crooked Saint, and a lot of the songs are based from my hometown of Leeds. But that, I suppose, as a theme, finding some sort of hope in sort of hard times. Over the past like 2 or 3 years though, there has been music that's been coming out which for the first time in a long time has really excited me. For ages I was only really into music that was dead for like, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. Stuff has really started happening, which I think is great, and I think we're lucky to be a part of that. Well, I hope we're a part of that.
You held her in your arms to let her go, 18, oh 18. You held her in your arms. Send her back, send her back, send her back, send her back.
Quite a modern take on folk rock, kind of, because there's folky elements, but then there's Ben with his big synthesizer sounds and stuff like that, and it's not too sort of yokely and tweed wearing and stuff. So
it's a good mixture of like tender moments and like rocking moments, especially when you see us live.
It's very dynamic. There's a lot of ups and downs. It's quite emotional, hard hitting.
There's a lot of focus on the lyrics in our music. It's kind of a poetic element which we're trying to achieve that maybe some other bands in this similar kind of genre aren't really going for. And also I think we're kind of slightly different in that the dynamic range from like very acoustic, very tender to quite big sounding, like quite heavy stuff. I think that's what makes us a little bit different.
Wrecking Crew's about, I used to work with alcoholics in the community, and what they used to do is sort of gather them all up and put them in sort of one selection of flats in one big house. If one of them was doing well, then the others would find a way to kind of like bring them back down.
He lives in a loveless house. His daddy was a drinker, he became a drinker in time. Pass me by, oh, young and reckless, pardon me. Not dreaming of forever, just some things I'll never be. Oh, you can't.
Finding a name for a band is incredibly difficult. And also it's almost like kind of ridiculous because very soon a name becomes very meaningless. Like if you think of something like Radiohead or Muse, I now don't think of an elbow. Do you know what I mean? I think of Elbow, I think of the Manchester band and everything that's associated with it. Eventually it was the name that we felt summed us up to some degree, and like 3 or 4 out of the 5 of us could live with it, so I think that's how we got to it.
It's more important that you just don't have a shit name, I think, because like, well, even though saying that Elbow, it's a bad name.
Yes.
And they've done it quite well. Maybe we should have chosen a bad band name.
Oh, we live in a gutless house, built brick by the mistakes of someone else. Cage me now in your piety.
I suppose comparisons to Mumford & Sons and the National can at times be slightly annoying. I think we understand where they come from, and you know, credit to us that people will compare us to those acts. I think it's completely natural, isn't it? Every band, if you're a journalist, you want to help people describe to the person reading what the band's like. So
yeah, well, I mean, from the ages of 16 to about 21, Jamie Cullum kept coming up, but that's just because back then I used to write with like there would be the odd 7th chord or something like that in there, and they were just like jazz. It's jazz and it's pop. It's Jamie Cullum, and it was like it's not really Jamie Cullum. That was a little bit that grated after a little while, but
you escaped that.
I mean, that to Killer King has never been compared to Jamie Cullum. Yeah, you can quote me on that.
You come, my